Hey kids, for today's storybook adventures, we will be reading Caillou Rides a Bike. Caillou rides a bike. There's Caillou. There's Caillou on his little bike. Caillou, do you want to go for a bike ride with me? His daddy asked. We could go on the bicycle path. Yes, Daddy, Caillou shouted and ran to get his helmet and his bicycle. He loved going for bike rides with Daddy, especially on the bicycle path. And there's Caillou and his daddy. With his mommy and his little sister Rosie. Daddy checked the tires and made sure Caillou's helmet was on properly. Okay, are we ready to go? Asked Daddy. We're ready, replied Caillou. They whipped to Mommy and Rosie, and off they went. Caillou wanted to ride in front. Follow me, Daddy, he said. Caillou and his daddy on their bikes. Caillou saw Mr. Hinkle, their neighbor, and he took one hand off the handlebars to wave. Oops! He almost lost his balance and quickly put his hand back on the handlebars. Hello there, Caillou, said Mr. Hinkle. Hi, replied Caillou. This was Mr. Hinkle. On the bicycle path, Caillou saw his friend, Sarah. She came riding by pedaling very fast. There's Sarah, said Caillou. There's Sarah on her bike, right here, with her helmet. She rode in front of him again, letting go of the handlebars and showing off. Hi, Caillou. Sarah could ride her bike with no hands, but Sarah was already 8 years old and knew how to do lots of things. Caillou wished he could ride like Sarah. Caillou rode his bike on the path while his daddy sat on a bench watching him. There's Caillou, Sarah, and his dad and Sarah. There's Sarah right there. First, Caillou tried to lift one hand. When his bicycle wobbled, he grabbed the handlebars. He kept pedaling and tried again. He got it. Caillou could ride a bike with only one hand. Look at me, Daddy, Caillou shouted, but forgot to watch where he was going and turned to look at Daddy. Caillou, watch out! There's Daddy and Caillou. There's Caillou and his dad. Caillou right here. too late. Caillou lost his balance and fell off his bike. Daddy ran to help him up. Are you all right, Caillou? Daddy asked. Caillou did hurt a little, but he shook his head, then looked down and saw he had scraped his knee. And there's Caillou falling down, and his dad running to help him up. A drop of blood trickled down his leg. Then it really hurt. It hurts, he cried. Show me your knee, Caillou, Daddy said. You got quite a scrape. Daddy took a handkerchief out of his pocket and tied it around Caillou's knee. It didn't hurt so much anymore. His dad putting the handkerchief on Caillou's knee. Caillou decided he'd had enough bike riding for one day, so they headed home. When they got there, Caillou showed his knee to Mommy. Caillou, what happened to you? I scraped my knee, he replied. There's Caillou and his dad coming home, and there's his mommy. We better clean it up, Mommy said. Gently, Mommy took off the handkerchief. She carefully washed his knee with soap and water. Ouch! said Caillou. I know, but now it's all clean. Mommy said we'll put on a bandage to protect it. Caillou picked one he liked with dinosaurs on it. There's the band-aids and Caillou's band-aid. There's Caillou's band-aid. I need another bandage. Here, he said, pointing to his elbow. Mommy put one on his elbow, and here, he said, showing his finger. Mommy put a bandage on his finger, too. Caillou felt much better with his 3 bandages. He didn't hurt at all. Caillou ran to show his bandages to Daddy. Ran off to show his bandages to Daddy and Rosie. There's his mom and Caillou. His mom is putting bandages on Caillou. Caillou saw Mr. Hinkle in his garden and ran off to show him. Look, Mr. Hinkle, Caillou said, pointing his knee, then his elbow, then his finger. Mr. Hinkle admired the bandages. What happened? He asked Caillou. Caillou told Mr. Hinkle this whole story. Caillou looked at his knee again. It really felt better with the bandage. And there's Mr. Hinkle and Caillou again. And that is the end of Caillou Rides a Bike. hope you guys enjoyed this story. Hope you kids enjoy this story. And we'll read more with more adventures next time. Bye.